Chica Beach in South Texas, where there was just a tremendous explosion and fire during a test of a rocket at the SpaceX facility. I'm standing about a quarter of a mile away from the facility because the road is blocked off, watching the test, when all of a sudden there was a tremendous fire and then a boom, and then a lot of people went running in that direction. Car horns went off, as well as workers came out of nearby testing facilities up here staring at what is obviously not supposed to happen. I'll keep you informed on this story. This is Sandra Sanchez, Boca Chica Beach, Texas.
Purple rain for the pain. How much rain should we be expecting this week? Toto Lynn was ransacked, it seems. We'll talk about what happened to this local establishment and how soon it should be up in operation again. 200 wins. Congratulations to Coach Tony Villarreal on being the active, most winningest Hispanic in the state of Texas. SpaceX, the Starship, does it present a danger to the community? Why haven't we heard from our Federal Aviation Administration regarding the dangers or severities of an explosion? Also, on our feature story, do we appreciate local art and artists here in the city of Brownsville? It is Monday, 7:07 a.m. My name is Frankie Olivo, and this is Good Morning Brownsville. Good morning, Montalvo. How's it going? Happy Monday. Good raining Monday. It is going to be a wet day for these next 2 weeks. Thank you so much for tuning in. All my friends and family who haven't done so already, jump to YouTube. Thank you, Montalvo, for setting the example. Much love, my man. Hope you have a good day. Stay dry. Why are you on Facebook? You shouldn't be on Facebook. Maybe I should block you so you can go to YouTube. Montalvo's got it right. Yeah, and I was a little bit late. Technical difficulties, of course, but we're here. I blame it on the rain. Good morning, Kanina. How's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. What's going on? We're going to be talking about SpaceX. The video that we presented earlier in the morning was something that happened, an explosion that happened earlier this year. We'll be talking about that. Rise and shine, baby. Rise and shine. Buck Cook, how's it going? Miss you this weekend, my man. It was a good little get together. I know you were busy. Hope to see you. Hope to see you this weekend. If the weather permits, I'll be out in the island, staying at your at your trailer. I don't think I told you that yet. The storm is gone, like the Dallas Cowboys. Steamboat. There's a few things you don't talk about. You don't talk about religion. You don't talk about politics. You don't talk about the Cowboys losing. So we'll get started. Again, we are going to experience some rain. It is forecasted that it is supposed to go through us and go through all the way to Houston, it seems. And we've been following the developments these past couple of days, how we should get a serious amounts of rain. It is set to get here already. We look at the forecast for this upcoming week. High probabilities of rain all the way up until next week. I know I'm only showing Saturday, but on several projections, it is said that we're supposed to get rain for these next 2 weeks. The city of Brownsville did announce that their Brownsville Metro service, their buses will be delayed. They will be delayed, and in some areas they will be canceled due to the weather. Cameron County has announced, if I can just zoom in this very quickly, has announced that there will be a Sandbag Distribution throughout various points in Cameron County. Here in particular, we have two on Brownie and Old Alice Street at Precinct 1 and Precinct 2. So anybody who is wanting sandbags, they are available right now at 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. or until supplies last. So go get your sandbags. The city of Brownsville is supposed to get 3 inches of rain by Wednesday. The Sapajiri Island, our Cabrera boys, Captain Guac and Jason, they're supposed to get 5 inches of rain. So again, it is going to be a wet couple weeks. In in regards to the schools, we did get some sort of announcements from our different local school districts. The city of Brownsville, BISD, will be delaying the start of school due to Tropical Storm Nicholas. The elementaries will be starting at 8:45, middle schools at 8:25, and the high schools at 9:30. Parents, just be mindful. They will be having transportation. They will be having transportation a little bit late, of course. So at whatever designated area your child, your loved one was picked up, it's going to be an hour after that. Just something to follow. Our friends at PI canceled school. We have one of the board members, Frank Davalos Jr., who did report that PI, Point Isabel Independent School District, is canceling their classes for Monday, Monday, September the 13th, based on the tropical storm. So again, be mindful, guys. If you don't have to go to work, don't do so. It is gonna be wet. It is gonna be raining. We do know how our sketchy infrastructure has been in previous years. Avoid Boca Chica. Avoid areas where you could possibly get stuck, get flooded. It's Brownsville, guys. So just be mindful of that. I just 2 thumbs down here on YouTube. Hater. Good morning, Peppermint Patty. City of Sandbags at Event Center. For the city of Brownsville, that is correct. They will be having a Sandbag Drive at the Event Center starting at 8 a.m. For the county, it is at 2 locations in Precinct 1 and Precinct 2, on Old Alice for Precinct 2 and Brownie Street on Precinct 1. The city of Brownsville as of now at 7 in the morning. Yes, sir, you are correct. Thank you for bringing that up. Good morning, Manny. How's it going? Top of the morning. Good morning, man. Good morning, Ms. Garcia. How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good start to your week. Stay dry. Appreciate you. The mayor of Brownsville said Brownsville is good to go. I know. So many people put him on blast. They're like, what? We're okay. Haven't you gone down Boca Chica? But again, we hope that these improvements done to our local infrastructure would help prevent catastrophic events from happening. We are dealing with a tropical storm, and we are set to get 3 to 4 inches of rain by Wednesday or Thursday. Imagine what would happen if we get an actual hurricane. But again, be safe out there, everybody. Drive safe. Stay dry. In sports news, this past weekend, the Lady Lobos team defeated Donna in 2 sets to open up their district play. Congratulations to the JV Lady Lobos on their win. Congratulations. Special shouts out goes to Pace. We had Pace and Porter play this past weekend, and an unbelievable week. We stated how the first 2 weeks in Brownsville sports were a little bit difficult. Most of our football teams do find themselves playing big boys in Corpus and San Antonio. Well, week three fared a lot better for BISD. Rivera ended up beating Rio Hondo 33-13. Veterans beat Westaco East 24-17, which this game was a statement game, ladies and gentlemen, because Westaco East has not lost a district matchup in several years. So for our veterans to travel to their house and pull off the victory is a big statement for our Chargers. Congratulations to them. Pace 41, Porter 17. And on Thursday, our Lopez Lobos lost against Nicky Rowe. Our players of the game for Pace was Ivan Gonzalez, who put on a show. He scored 3 touchdowns. Special shouts out goes to our Vikings and to Ivan Gonzalez for his performance. Again, a special shouts out goes to the Mission, the veterans Chargers, who did make a statement win on the road against Westaco East. We previously spoke about Coach Tony on his 200th win, but it was just a little bit more sweet for him to celebrate at home. The Point Isabel Tarpons are undefeated, and Coach Tony just secured his 200th win. And what a more deserving individual. Coach Tony, wherever he's gone, he's found success. We have seen him at PI in the 90s. He ended up moving to Hannah High. He had great success there, won a couple district championships, went over to Westaco, same thing. Had great success with Mishak Rivas, who ended up playing or running track. Ended up playing football at Texas State and running track as well. And now he's back at PI. And Coach Tony did secure his 200th win. And Manny, Manny could attest to this. A great coach who has really inspired individuals. Growing up without a father, sometimes it's hard. Life's hard, but to have an individual such as Coach Tony to take you under their wing, to guide you, motivate you, mold you into being a good young man, that's what it's all about. Coaches have great impacts within our young men and women that go on forever. Coach Tony, I consider him a friend of mine, and we still talk to this day. When I went to Vegas, he said, "Hey, how's the whole COVID thing? I'm thinking about taking my wife to Vegas, but COVID, we're kind of sketchy about it." So we still talk. So congratulations, Coach. Well deserved. And like how I said, he's a great role model. He got me my first job at HEB. Not sure if you remember that, Coach, but I will forever be grateful to you, to Anthony, and to the Villarreal family. God bless. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for me, for Manny, for your former players and your current players. And again, it's not easy with the A set. Manny can tell you this. Running the A set, guys, is very difficult. You need to have some run blocking maulers. You need to have some big boys out there, because now everybody runs the option, the D set. So for a coach to have 200 win with the A set is very, very impressive. Congratulations, Coach. In local news, we had some fortunate events happen over the weekend. Totto Inn was sacked by an unfortunate, it seems, an impaired driver. We did get images over the weekend that did show the Mexican restaurant, which has been in operations for many, many years in our local area, was crashed. They crashed into it. And it's just unfortunate. We're glad that nobody, as of right now, nobody got hurt. It's hard to start over again. It's hard to get these problems in your life. But again, no casualty was reported, which is a good thing. We know that Totto Inn will be up and running as soon as possible. 8-hole reverse, 349, 243 tackle trap. Coach Rod's favorite play was a trick play. We always go A right, guys. Let's trick them. Let's run a trick play. Let's run A left, Tom. 234. Great times, Manny. Great times. But speaking about Totto Inn, we hope that they are back in business as soon as possible. It's unfortunate that they had to go through this, but again, be thankful and mindful that no injuries were reported from this event. Now, SpaceX news. How safe are we, ladies and gentlemen? We have not gotten a report. We had not gotten a report from our Federal Aviation Administration regarding the dangers of having an explosion at Starbase. And we started off the show, and Alma Martinez, maybe that's why Alma came on. Where is Alma? She came on and said, "What's going on?" I posted the video of an explosion that happened at SpaceX this past year, and how not much attention was brought to it. It seems as if it was something like, "Oh, let's get over this. Let's carry on. Save LNG. Save LNG has been a nonprofit organization that has been actively been wanting to get rid of SpaceX. Their first fight was against LNG, the liquid nitric gas company that did set up shop here in Zapadurali and Laguna Vista in our local area. Well, Save RGV has been added with SpaceX. They have been asking regarding how much time they have. They filed a complaint with our district attorney regarding the allocated time SpaceX had to close Highway 4. Well, now they're at it again. Now they're asking the Federal Aviation Unit for some answers. Here we have Starbase, a prototype of something that is going to be sent off to Mars. The representative from Save RGV, Jim Chapman, is quoted as saying that they believe that the Starship Super Heavy poses an unacceptable risk of harm to nearby communities of PI and South Padre Island, as well as the adjacent nationwide wildlife refuge, the state park, and surrounding wetlands. He says that he does not understand why FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, is allowing these tests and possible launching of massive rockets without having any sort of briefing, any sort of documentation of saying, hey, this is A-okay. Nothing's wrong with this with these launches. But they want to know what's the worst we're looking at. Wouldn't you want to know your options? Wouldn't you want to know what you're dealing with? Again, a board member, Jim Chapman, has been adamant, and he is quoted as saying, what's going to be the worst case scenario for PI, for South Padre Island and the communities? We're calling on FFA to tell us that. And that's something that is very, very important. Wouldn't you like to know the consequences of something blowing up? Buck Cook is saying hippies. Hey, Buck Cook, they're trying to protect their wildlife. They're trying to protect our local ecosystem. I am supportive of SpaceX. I think it is a gem that we have in the city of Brownsville. But we also have to listen to the concerns of our community. I think that's very, very important. And I think Buck Cook, in their defense, they bring up a valid argument. Wouldn't families want to know, what could happen if something blows up, if something falls on my property? And again, SpaceX has taken all this into account, but we, the community, don't know of the severity, the dangers. What are we dealing with? We showed the video earlier of the explosion here that happened at SpaceX, and a reporter. And there's cameras, guys. Again, I of all people should know about cameras, but there's cameras actively pointing to SpaceX, and any little fumble, anything that happens, of course, will get reported. I'm all about that. I'm a hunter, but this is better for humanity. I agree. I'm hoping that SpaceX will be what Brownsville needs for it to thrive. The employee got injured, but she is doing well. I did not hear about that. I do apologize. Hope she has a speedy recovery. The employee from Total Lynn. Typical SpaceX doing their schemes. The question is, why don't we have a report? Why is the FFA taking so long? They have already been launching prototypes for a while. Shouldn't that be done before they start practicing? I'm launching. I'm just thinking out loud. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube. Zuri, stay dry. Hope you have a good day. They forget it because he tweeted he was donating to the city. We'll talk about that. And that is a sentiment, Charlie, that many individuals have been saying. And that's what's going to take us into our featured story regarding the money from the Musk Foundation. Where is it going? And it seems, Charlie, like if I'll turn another eye because you're giving me money. Again, it seems, but good point. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Ramirez. How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a blessed day. Thank you for your comments. I really appreciate it. Elon is rich. He will pay them off to shut up. There's so many people that are toxic that work for Musk that they are laughing about the environment and wildlife. I duck hunt 50 yards from SpaceX fence line. And how is it? Is there a lot of people there? Are there cameras? Is it safe? Can anybody go and cross the line, or is it? Take a picture next time and send it to me. Good morning, Joe. How's it going? Happy Monday. Thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Now to our feature story. Again, we've been talking about how some individuals, such as Charlie, feel that the city of Brownsville, Cameron County, they turned a blind eye to what's going on with SpaceX. Why? Because of the almighty dollar bill sign. Well, our feature story is in regards to art. Do we as a community, as a city of Brownsville, do we appreciate local art? Is this something that we thrive on in the city of Brownsville, or we want to recognize our local artists? The city of Brownsville did announce, our mayor did announce that the city will be kicking off a downtown mural project in the next couple of weeks. The first mural will be on the side of Capitol Theater by Teddy Kelly, the artist. This project was made possible by a generous donation from the Musk Foundation on the border, by the sea, and beyond. And as you could all just imagine, the mayor was met with such uproar. What are you talking about? You're having somebody from the outside come into our city and paint a mural? What about all the great artists we have in the city of Brownsville? We don't have one individual that is worthy enough for us to have on display. And go to his page, go to the Mayor Trey Mendez's page. You can see the comments, guys. And I have a few of them. I couldn't get them all, of course. But you can just see everybody what's wrong with our local artists. Up in arms. And they have a valid point. And again, the key word is, or the key phrase here is, this project was made possible by a generous donation from the Musk Foundation. It seems as if our people from California are dictating on how Brownsville is going to look. One concerned citizen said, Mayor Trey Mendez, fix it. If this person was selected by an unpaid intern, it does not seem to hold much weight anyways. There's a school of art in Brownsville and a huge art community right here in the RGV, home to fantastic muralists who are already doing their part to beautify this region and pride themselves in the cultural differences and relevance of our community in their body of work, which is something very, very important. You know, somebody took a shot at him and said, hey, we're not worthy of having these artists here. And one thing that, you know, I understand the mayor has a difficult job. I'm supportive of the mayor. I want the mayor to do great because that means that the city of Brownsville does great. The only thing that I kind of wish was for him to take ownership. That is something that I have seen in previous cases where he's kind of like, oh, well, it's them. It's not me. And I have this statement of his that says, hey, you know, the locals, they will be taken into account, but the first dibs is going to this artist out of California. And he goes on to say, even though I'm taking all these hits and the majority of the blame, I didn't select the artist. So again, what committee is this? And he openly said, hey, we're doing this because of SpaceX. Are our Californian brothers picking what will be displayed in the city of Brownsville? And again, this is Musk's money. He donated $10 million. We found out that $2 million of those 10 are going to downtown businesses on behalf of GBIC. GBIC is going to be giving money to up and coming businesses in the downtown area. They want to beautify it. They're going to give them tax incentives, write-offs to open up their establishments. Those are two of the $10 million being spent. The other money is for murals. And again, we understand the concerns of our community. I just wish that the mayor would be a little bit more assertive and said, hey, you know what? Yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this. They wanted this. It's their money. We're going to give them what they want. But no, he says, oh, it's not me. Don't blame me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just posting it. And again, he did state, FYI, there will be 3 murals in this project. Local artists will be given the opportunity. It just happens to be the first one. Teddy Kelly is a well-known artist who has done large murals in several cities across the U.S., which is why he is going to kick it off. And we had somebody spoke out. And before I do that, I want to share the artist's if I could put it up. the local artist's page. Here it is. Let me see. Rookie. I don't know why I'm looking down if I got the screen, Teddy Kelly. This is the individual that is going to be doing the mural. And, I don't mean to sound like a hater, but, it's nice. It's, it's trendy. We could have our musico out there and our local artists paint. But without sounding like a hater, does this seem really like, oh my God, wow? And I don't want to seem so hard. I appreciate art. I love art. But to me, this is just, I don't mean to sound like a hater, but it's just like any ordinary art, in my opinion. Or is this something that we say, oh my God, we need this? Is this a Banksy, guys? Is this a Banksy artist? We're like, hey, we need this guy. It's going to attract so many people. It's Teddy Kelly, a world-renowned artist that has done murals all over. It just looks like, it looks like art, Done murals all over. Rookie, it's just art to me. It's just nothing wow. But again, Papi Musk wants California muralists to paint the city of Brownsville. And one artist that did speak up is Gabriel Trevino. He posted, he said, hey, mayor, commissioners, I'm a local artist. I'm born and bred in the city of Brownsville. I was born and raised in Brownsville, and this is my work. I want opportunities to big mural jobs. Don't be giving it out to somebody from the outside. Keep it in-house. That's what Gabriel Trevino stated. And just a look of his art, and hey man, he's not bad. He's got what it takes. And by comparing Trevino and Kelly's work, personally, I'd rather have Kelly. I mean, I'd rather have Trevino, local, somebody who is in tune with the culture, somebody who was born and raised in the city of Brownsville, who has experience in downtown art, who is very well established in his craft, somebody who is passionate about the city of Brownsville, somebody who lives here, a taxpayer, somebody who was willing to say, hey, mayor, I want a job. Keep it in-house. Why are we going out? Just something to think about. Do we, as citizens of Brownsville, do we want Californians telling us what to do? It's like I go to your house, uninvited, invited, whatever. I go to your house and I start telling you what to do. Tú vas a poner esto aquí, tú vas a poner esto allá. Tú no hables. Tú no. Tú sí. Wouldn't we feel weird if an outsider comes to our home and starts dictating? I understand. I understand we got to appease Elon Musk. I'm all about that. I understand that. It just bothers me that we need to appreciate our own people. SpaceX is coming. According to Book Hook, SpaceX is coming and is promising. I agree with that. But at what cost? We have environmentalists from Save RGV talking about our local ecosystem. We are affecting our wildlife. Not only that, when we talk about the culture, we don't want Brownsvillians. We don't want these Mexicans. We prefer artists from California. Now, again, if this individual is a Banksy, bring them down, because this is going to bring a lot of attention, a lot of traffic to downtown Brownsville. He's not a Banksy. And I don't want to sound cold, but I prefer a local artist. And again, the mayor, I have nothing but love and respect for the mayor. He knows that. He's got a very difficult job. Take ownership. Say, look, why didn't he come up and say, hey, look, local artists will be coming up or have an opportunity. But first, it's Kelly. It seems as if he threw that out and then, oh, crap, they don't like that. Well, let me say that the artists have an opportunity too. Lay it all on the line. Say, look, there's a project that's going to happen. We encourage and motivate our local artists to take part. They will have an opportunity. But whenever you start to say, oh, we're going to have an outsider, and then see the backlash and go, oh, no, wait. Y'all going to have an opportunity too. It just seems like if you saw us crying, so now you want to, it's okay. again, I have nothing but love and respect for the mayor. I just wish that he'd take ownership and say, look, what, you know what, this is what's going to happen. This is what we're dealing with. Maybe it's not right to talk politically correct, or just to say it. He's got to be politically correct. Maybe it's not right for him to say it, to lay it all on the line. I would appreciate that. I would have said, you know what, let's give way for the first mural, but we know that we have one coming. That's just something that kind of bothered me. You know, just say it. And this is the location, the Capitol Theater, which is across from El Jardín and Caddy Corner, or across the street from what's that? Oh my God, the seafood place is gonna get Oyster Bar, Oyster Bar downtown. I was like, man, I always go eat there. They're gonna get mad at me for not remembering their name. But this pink wall is going to be a mural site for Kelly, the artist from California. Just something to think about, ladies and gentlemen. Something to think about. Some good memories with Coach Tony, yeah. Toto Lynn, Zudi, we already talked to Zudi. They forget because it's donating to the city, and that's something that individuals, did bring about. City officials, and who voted on it? He's blaming interns. He's blaming, hey, it wasn't me who thought about this. Let's take ownership. I think our community would appreciate it a little bit more, and would just give us some sort of, okay, our mayor said that an outsider is going to do the first mural, but I, as a local artist, could have an opportunity for it. Nope, they don't give a damn. They expect it for free, and talented artists from our town get screwed from someone over like California. Mayor Trey does not care. I know so many talented artists got screwed over thanks to Musk's agenda. Mendes is under Musk's payroll. If that does not show you how he is, then you are blind. Duh. Musk owns Brownsville. Now he's bringing his people and giving them houses and jobs, and us, nada. Good morning, city. How's it going? Good morning, Brownsville. Thank you so much for your time, man. God bless. Send our love and regards to the beautiful citizens of Harlingen, Texas. Thank you so much for your time. I've seen better art than his, and that's something that I said. And I mean, no disrespect. We all interpret art in a different way. What I like, Lucy, you might not like. But again, I'm not a hater. I'm a big proponent of art. I love art. A very good friend of mine, she's an artist. But at what cost? I don't know. It's safe so far. You park at Boca Chica Village and walk out to the bay right next to SpaceX. 85% of redhead ducks migrate through Laguna Madre, so plenty of ducks. Hey, you need to take me, man. A ver cuándo me llevas? Hell no. This is a joke. Teddy Kelly, touch up charge per year, $30K. Just kidding. I'm sure, my man. Again, we don't know the details of how much, I would easily say, and not that they're not worth it. These artists are worth $100K. I just wish that our local artists would get this same opportunity and be given these lucrative deals for a mural in the great city of Brownsville. You do it, bird all the time. Let's not go there. This is a PG morning show. Okay, but you could also clean here and there. So come on by. Hell no. Use in-town artists. That's exactly what I'm saying. Let's see how long it takes before somebody tags all over it. I hope not. I hope not. I'm a big proponent of art. I think we should have art, graffiti art, in designated areas. We saw recently, Manny, last week how some punks vandalized the Seventh Adventist, La Iglesia Adventista on Port Isabel. They tagged it. I'm a proponent of art in designated areas. Oyster Bar, how could I forget, Brownsville Times? How could I forget if that's our spot? I love Oyster Bar. I personally like the one downtown. I've been going for many years with my grandfather. I go with my uncle. I go with Brownsville Times. Ya nos toca Brownsville Times. A ver cuándo se desocupa. Pero nos esperamos pronto. Guys, thank you so much for your time. 200 wins. Coach Tony, the most winningest active coach, Hispanic coach in the state of Texas. 200 wins. Congratulations. Also, be safe out there. Purple rain for the pain. It's going to rain for these next 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Be safe out there. If you do not have to go to work, tell your boss, hey, dame quebrada, homeboy, no tengo lancha. It's going to be raining for these next 2 weeks, so make sure to stay dry. Also, what are the dangers of SpaceX? Should we be worried that we do not have any word from the Federal Aviation Administration regarding the dangers, the complications, the severities of an explosion, and how far of a reach should we be worried about? That is something that Save LNG is wanting our community to know about. And also, our local artists. Are you okay with an outsider getting a contract for probably $100K, $200K? Should we demand that local artists take part in this? Even though our mayor did state that local artists will be given a chance, I just wish that this would have been a little bit more transparent and said, look, this is coming from us. These guys want a California mural. We're going to give it to them, but don't fret. You know, we do have opportunities coming for our local artists. It's not just from the outside. But again, I guess it's hard whenever you're trying to be politically correct and you don't take the blame for it. Much love, Mayor Trey. I love you, my man. You got a difficult job. Keep on doing it. Thanks so much for your time, guys. I spazzed out a bit. It is 7:42 a.m. Thank you so much for your patience, for your love. See you here on Wednesday at 7 a.m. God bless.